Coach, good afternoon first of all. I don't know whether you want us to get to the hard questions yet or phase you into it, but maybe let's phase you into it. How's the winelands been treating you?
The wine?
The winelands.
Oh!
The area is called the winelands.
The wine, I didn't taste till from the moment I'm here, but I taste already the good wine of Stellenbosch, so I know that there is very good wine. But the facilities and here certainly also the pitch and facilities we have in the university are very good, so we can't. There's nothing to complain. We can't ask more than that, except maybe a little bit less warmer. It should be better, but okay. It's also a good preparation for Ivory Coast because in Karogo it's 30-35 degrees. So we will be used to when we go to Ivory Coast.
Excellent. Anyone else?
Well, Coach, just how has the squad been over these couple of days?
Good, but I was a little bit, or I feared a little bit that we should have the same thing done in November. A team that was exhausted, that was mentally and physically exhausted. So it's not the same, but still we have to take care that we are not doing too much, certainly not with this temperature. And the 4 days the guys had off has been good, but not enough. That's for sure. And I said it already last year in May in my letter to PSL, but okay, you know the story. For them, there are other things who are more important than the national team, and I can't understand that. And if you see that in December they answered the letter and they start with "We support Bafana Bafana and the coach," then I have to laugh. Then I have to laugh because when you do that, you stop the competition on the 24th of December. But okay, enough talking about that now. It is what it is, and we will adapt and see that the guys will be fresh on the 16th when we play our first game.
Coach, just your thoughts on the Lesotho game and the reasoning behind Lesotho as a choice for your friendly?
Yeah, you know, it was not easy to find opponents who would come to South Africa to play. When you go more north, you are more closer to Ivory Coast, and then it's more easy to find teams. We thought about it, but okay, it's also a matter of budget. Because we thought a certain moment to go to Cameroon and do the camp there, but yeah, then you have first of all the flight to Cameroon, you have to stay there, so that was a matter of budget. So we had to look to teams who wanted to play against us, and okay, certain moment Lesotho came. I think it's not a bad opponent. Certainly not because it's Lesotho. So okay, I'm happy with it, and we will try to play a good game on Wednesday. Honestly, for me, the result is not important because first of all, we know what we were doing here the last days. So the most important thing is that we have that game, and that we will try to win. That is for sure.
Coach, you won this tournament in 2017. Have you brought much of that methodology? It's a different squad of players, of course, into what you're doing now, or is this for you a completely blank slate and start again?
But it's not complete blank. At the other side, it's not that easy to take everything from 2017 to here and say, okay, now the things will go. But certainly for me as a European, it was a very good experience to be there 6 years ago, to train already an African team, so you know the culture, you know, because in the beginning I had big problems there, because okay, I had the European mentality, and also for me it was a little bit adapt to the African, and I had, not with the players, but I had here the same problems with some people, because I'm rather straight in some things, and they don't like it, but okay, it is what it is. But again, to answer your question, I think it was for me a very good experience to know what I have to do now. It's totally different, really totally different than Europe. and now talking about AFCON. For me, it was a fantastic experience because we won it, but also to know how intense that tournament is. It's unbelievable. So all those teams who are there, they are 500% motivated. And therefore, again, the group stages, when you compare, are maybe the most difficult thing to do, to pass that group stage. Because even the weakest team in your group can win against you because they are so motivated. Everybody wants you show something. And that was for me, that experience I have now, and I will talk about it to the players, that what's coming, it's really tough. It's really tough. But at the other side, I believe in the players who are here. I know their qualities, and they showed it already before. When we think about the game against Morocco, when we think about the game in Ivory Coast. So that is South Africa. Let's hope that we can achieve that level again, and then it's possible. Even we are with Mali and Tunisia and Namibia. Don't underestimate Namibia. It's not the biggest team of Africa, but it's a difficult team. But if we have our level that we showed already in the past, then it's possible to go through the group stages.
Coach, as an international coach, are you looking forward to the tournament environment? You know, normally after a game, your team leaves, and you don't see them for a month. Now you're going to have a month-long period almost with them.
This is a better circumstance than what you said. You have your team, you have 10 days together, and then bye-bye. And 2 months later, or 3 months later, in some situations, you see them back. So now you have them from the first day, every day, 24 hours. You have them, you see them, you can talk with them, you can train with them. So it's totally different. And it's also for me, I enjoy that, because now you are every day working with them, and you know where you're working through. This is AFCON in what are we today? The 7th, I think. So in 9 days, we play our first game. You know what is coming, so you can work to that moment, to those games. And for me, I enjoyed more things like that than when every month you have a game or qualification, and then they are gone and then they come back. And so it's yeah. I enjoy this, what I'm doing now.
Final question for the coach?
I think the big one, Coach, would be how you're delighted that you were able to find, whether it's perfect or not, the agreement between the players and the association, what they will earn. Are you delighted that at least you could get it done?
You know, 2 months or 3 months ago, everybody said, there is again a discussion between players and SAFA about bonuses. I'm so long in football. Every time you have to discuss bonuses, there's a problem. The one who has to give it wants to give as less as possible, and the one who receives it wants to have as much as possible. But at the end, there is always an agreement. Always. And you see what happens here now. So at that moment, it was a little bit annoying. Players were not happy because they were not paid, and I understand that. But I told them also, you can do only one thing. That is performances. Then you go on the table and you're the strongest party. And they did it. They won against Congo. We did a very good game in Ivory Coast. So they did what they had to do. And then automatically they led a little bit behind them, and the other one gives a little bit more. And so it's never a very big problem, but it's every time a problem. And it's not only in national teams. I had the same experience when I was coach and player for the club. This is normal, and I wasn't really, or for me it wasn't really a problem at that moment. It was just a little bit annoying that happened.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Good luck.